I'm Jeremiah. This is my wife, Nessa. We've been fostering since January this year. So in the home currently, we have 15 and 14-year-olds we share custody with, and we have a 9-year-old and soon-to-be 8-year-old daughters. And then we have the 7-year-old foster daughter and the 2-month-old foster son. The current placement started with a newborn. We actually picked him up at the hospital 5 days old. Mom didn't know she was even pregnant. Went to the hospital with chest pain and delivered a baby at 35 or 35 and a half weeks. Yeah. So the baby was discharged to us. Found out later that day he had a 7-year-old sister that needed placed as well. We felt called to at least keep them together. And so we took her later that evening, and we're going into our 3rd month now.
Jeremiah was actually at work, and I called him afterwards. I'm like, I don't know what just happened. I said, but I just talked to their mom for 2 hours on the phone. And he's like, well, what'd she say? And so I was kind of going over, obviously the ins and outs of her story and her journey and, why we are where we are today, that day, and I had said, I just kept encouraging her, like, if you have been sober once, you can do it again. And, you are meant to live a fulfilled life, a life full of joy, and your kids are meant to live a life full of joy and happiness, and they're meant to have you and their dad in this loving home, and that you can do this again. And, we'll just continue to let them know, they're loved by you guys, and, that one day they will be home.
So we're excited for their reunification, happy to fill this time and give her some structure and love on her, and get her through what I'm sure is going to be a very tough time.
We're just really trying to help grow like a relationship, not just with the kids, but also with them, because at the end of the day, like, our hope is one day, our kids aren't going to lose their friend. They'll have a lifelong friend.